friends, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be going through all of my empties that I have been storing in my beauty drawer because that's something weird we do here in the beauty community. We save trash and then go through it and talk to our friends about it. If you are new to my channel, hi new friend, I hope you take a quick moment to hit that subscribe button down below to see all of the fun, loud, weird, unique videos I put out every single week. This empties video, I was like, did I keep everything? Is everything really going to be either a lippy or a foundation of sorts? Because that's what I have a lot of in front of me. I'm hoping this isn't going to be too boring for you guys because I talk about some of these products sometimes, but there is one non-cruelty free item in here that I was finishing up that I didn't know if I should talk about, but a lot of you let me know because I'm an oily skinned girl and I have other oily skin friends in the audience. You guys were like, try this. And I'm like, I have tried it. I just don't talk about non-cruelty free items on my channel, but I was finishing something up. So let's just talk about that one and get it out of the way. This is the Estee Lauder Doublewear. This is the stay in place makeup that everyone raved about for so long. This was like the holy grail of foundations for oily skinned chickies like myself, like you. I did like this okay. I actually have a video on my channel comparing this to the Kat Von D Lock-It foundation. And I actually had like a wear test and it was like a battle and I did multiple check-ins. And the way that this applied, first of all, is one of those spouts where you kind of got to keep dabbing it on your face, which I don't mind, but I needed like 2.5 times the amount of product from this than I needed from the Lock-It foundation. So I was kind of like, good to know. And then I started to become more of a drugstore junkie when it came to my foundations because I go through them so quickly. So this is something I've tried. I do enjoy it for oily skin. I also like it for a medium to high coverage if you layer it up. Kind of like the Wet n Wild foundation. I feel like this doesn't give me an immediate full coverage look. I need to definitely coat it up to compete with some of my high coverage foundations, but it is really good for oily skin girls. I just will not be repurchasing this until they go cruelty free. That's just my own personal preference. I will not put that on you at all, just letting you know where my head's at. But also I think it's only really for my skin, good for more like the medium to high, not the high coverage. And I've been gravitating to high coverage for a while now. Speaking of high coverage, I went through a Milani Conceal and Perfect foundation. This is the 2-in-1 foundation concealer in 03 Light Beige. I actually had to repurchase another one right before I traveled at the end of last year because I had gone through this baby so much. It doesn't even want to pump out anymore. You're like scraping the bottom of it with the actual like pump to it. I heard recently they're going to be doing a concealer. I don't know if it's out yet, but I am like, if I like this so much, I'm really curious about that. Although I think the concealer has even a better line coverage, like line color range than the actual foundations. So I'm like, come on, Milani, give us some more color ranges because sometimes this can look a little too orangey depending on the time of year. But I really like this and I have repurchased it at least 3 times now. And as far as like high coverage goes, like this is what I call like the drugstore dupe for the Kat Von D Lock-It that is super high coverage immediately, like the one pump dream kind of version. This is more like something else that I have empty here, the Wet n Wild. This is something that I really like as far as having a medium to heavy coverage if I build it up with like 2 coats. That's how I feel about this. I needed 2 coats to give me like a more complete look, a more hide all those freckles and imperfections on my skin look. Same with this. This is really great. I just don't like the smell, obviously, in the spatula. It's got some downfalls. We've talked about that in the past. Whew, I usually don't put my nose up that close to it. Kind of forgot how much it smells like a chemical cluster, but that's okay. It's still a really great foundation. It's really, really inexpensive. So if you are on a budget, but you are like, I still want to have high coverage for my long day, this is really great and I really enjoy it, especially for my oily skin girls. But I've heard some of my dry skin friends just do 1 layer of it and it's good for them too. My shade, if you're curious, is Soft Beige. And this is probably my 3rd or 4th that I've gone through. And I'm working another one in there. Don't judge me. I like a lot of coverage. I like foundation. It's one of my favorites. Another foundation that I tried that I also have repurchased, but this is more for touch-ups and to keep in my handbag, less of something I trust on the daily because you kind of run out of it quicker because it's a cushion foundation, is the Wet n Wild Mega Cushion Foundation. Mine is in the shade Neutral Beige, light medium cool. I really liked this when I first got this. I think I got it in the spring of last year and I was impressed with it. I went with my sponge, kind of like really delved into it, and it gives a really great look when it's super fresh. You can flip over the little insert too to get more product as you kind of start to wear it down. I really liked it. Where I feel like this became an MVP for me was like, it is 4 o'clock in the afternoon. I've had a full day of wearing my makeup and it's kind of starting to break apart, and you're like, oh, I have to go to that thing with my friend after work, or oh, my husband wants to go to dinner, or oh, I got stuff to do, and you're like, powder isn't cutting it to put my ish back together. This is great for touch-ups, for sweaty days, crying days, break apart days because of PMS, whatever you need. This is great to put your ish back together, and that's why I repurchased this. Not so much to be able to have like a flawless full foundation for too long, because I feel like for me this kind of wears down. It's not as thick a coverage after it's been opened for a while, because it's, you know, less product I think with cushion foundations. But it is great for touch-ups. Highly recommend it for that. I have said before, when I was talking about the BoxyCharm mascaras, I was comparing a Lorac and It Cosmetics, one eye each side, kind of talking about them. They are expensive brands that one of them I preferred over the other, but they both had flaws for me. Something that is super inexpensive and I don't see those type of flaws with is the Essence mascara. This is the False Lash Effect. This is, I think, my 3rd tube. Well, actually, I just rebought a 3rd tube. This is the 2nd tube that is now empty. I have round eyes, so I feel like this for me helps elongate, thicken, and give volume to my eyes, as well as like giving it a curl to it. The curl version is really good too. I'm still in my 1st bottle of that, but this is really good, and it was just so much better for me than dealing with those expensive ones. I'm sorry, for $4.99 and it does everything I need. This is where my money's gonna go every time, especially if I'm on a low buy. Concealers. Everybody is still like either on the Tarte Shape Tape train, or they're totally off of it and they're going to more of the Too Faced Born This Way. Really came to play to kind of give the Tarte Shape Tape a little run for its money in 2018. But something else that I think sometimes towards the end of a year people forget about, but some people still love it, is the Colourpop No Filter Concealer. I still rave about this and really love it. I think this is kind of a dupe for me for the Tarte Shape Tape. I did a video on it, gosh, a year ago, comparing the two, kind of like I did with the foundations. It was a concealer battle. This really impressed me. I like how this brightens and helps the under eye give full coverage. I have a struggle with creasing under my eyes. I have very big eyes and an expressive face, so that's pretty easy for me to get. But this stuff really helps to keep all my ish together under the eyes, and I love it. This is, I think, my 4th tube. The thing about this is this you will have to repurchase more frequently than you will the Tarte Shape Tape because of quantity. However, $6. How much is Tarte Shape Tape? Like 28. So again, if you're on a limited buy or a budget buy, this is a great empty that I adore, and I have a backup. Of course I have a backup. It's me. If I love it, I got something ready for it. Speaking of Colourpop, I went through a lot of my lippies at the end of the year because I stopped buying lippies. I had so many from Colourpop that I was like, I need to go through my nude collection because it's pretty serious. I went through 3, maybe 4 in there. This one is the shade Aquarius, and this is the gloss. I got this as part of the Aquarius trio. This is the Kathleen Lights collection, and I love both the, here it is, I love the Aquarius lippy and I love the gloss. These are both amazing for my skin tone, but I think the reason why this is so universally loved and a lot of people like it is because it's a great nude for so many skin tones. I also really think it kind of dresses up an eye look, because when you're doing a bold eye look, to balance it, you could use a beautiful nude, and these are $6 as well. Super inexpensive, amazing. I was pretty sad when I went through these. I actually bought a backup of Aquarius, the actual lippy, not the gloss, and I think I may have gone through that too, or maybe it's in a purse because I can't find it, but I adore it. Also, another one that I loved a lot that they don't have on their site anymore, at least last time I checked, is Magic Wand. This is another nude that I think, I don't know if it's going to swatch it all, a little bit, is more of a deeper undertone. It's a bit warmer, but it has more of that brown hue to it, so you can kind of have a little bit more of some dimension to your lips, and it's not as nude. It has a little bit of flair to it. I really, really liked this shade, and I was so sad when they were out of it. There's 1 or 2 others that I'm like only using sparingly because they're off of their website. I wish they wouldn't get rid of things so quickly because I do adore this so much. Guys, these are some of my empties for 2018 here that I clearly love and reach for. So it's such a recommendation in the beauty community, isn't it? When it's like, this is completely empty and I'm telling you, I have rebought it, I've got a backup of it, or I'm sparingly using it because they don't sell it anymore, that tells you a product is amazing when it's like, it's completely gone. What have you guys used up recently that you're just like, holy grail, I love it, I have a backup for it, or I can't find it so I'm sparingly using it? Tell me below, because that helps all of our friends out to know what is amazing out there on the market right now. Thank you so much for watching, and if you are new to my channel, hi new friends, I hope you take a quick moment to hit that subscribe button down below to see all of the fun, loud, weird, unique videos I put out every single week. Bye friends!